Hi there, I'm Chef Eric Crowley, owner of the Culinary Classroom in Los Angeles, and today we're going to make peanut butter ganache. Let's get started. We're going to need anywhere between 1 1/4 to 1 1/2 cups of heavy cream. We have 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter and 1/2 cup of peanut butter, smooth or chunky, whatever your preference is. For a smoother sauce, of course, a smoother peanut butter will wind up being the one to choose. 1/2 pound of semi-sweet or bittersweet chocolate. Name brands like Ghirardelli, Kaibo, Guittard will all work really, really well. The chocolate must be finely chopped. To start off with our preparation, we're going to take our 1 1/4 cups of cream and we're going to start to put it into a pot and bring it up to just below a boil, what pastry chefs call scalding. We're actually going to be looking for bubbles to come around the rim of the pot. Really important that you, of course, don't let the cream boil over, so when you start to heat it up, you want to keep an eye on it. If you need more time, just turn the heat on to like a medium to a medium low, because if you have your heat on too high, then it's going to heat up too rapidly. So while I'm heating up my cream, I'm going to go ahead and chop up the chocolate. I find that a bread knife or a serrated knife works really, really well for this particular task, and it's really important to get the chocolate chopped up, or a lot of chefs would even call it shaving. I'm going to take the tip of the knife and keep it in contact with the cutting board, use the back of the blade, and basically just lean down on the handle and just cut some pieces like this. Okay? The smaller you cut the pieces of chocolate, the faster it's going to melt. You can also move the chocolate around, so you wind up getting a nice point. That winds up speeding up the chopping. It makes the pieces a lot easier to work. After I wind up chopping this, my cream is just starting to come to a scald. You can see some bubbling coming around the rim of the pot. I'm going to warm that up just a little bit more, and while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to wind up taking a bowl and I'm going to get my chocolate into it. Really important that before your chocolate goes into the bowl, you wind up making sure that the bowl is absolutely dry. Water and chocolate do not like each other. Make sure the bowl is really nice and dry. Chocolate's going to go into the bowl. So this is our scalded cream. Might even start to get a little film or a skin on top. That's absolutely fine. Once it starts to get really nice and bubbly, I'm going to take the cream and I'm going to pour it over the chocolate. Chocolate does not need to be completely covered by the cream. We'll let it sit for about 30 more seconds. And I wind up taking a spatula, go right into the center of the pan. You could even do a wooden spoon, but I like a spatula to help really cover the entire surface of the bowl. I'm going to take my spatula and start to slowly rotate it in a circular fashion, working my way from the center of the bowl to the outer edges. All we really have left now is just a little bit around the edge of the bowl. Bring that into the center. Our basic heavy cream and chocolate mixture, once it's absolutely melted, in order to get a much thinner, glazy consistency to it, we wind up putting in anywhere between 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter and stir that on in. And once the butter gets completely melted into this mixture, we're going to go ahead and refrigerate this just to chill it a little bit, not to get it totally firm, but definitely to make it not quite as soupy as this. And now we're going to add in some peanut butter to make our peanut butter ganache. About 1/2 cup or so, a little bit more if you want more peanut butter flavor, a little bit less if you want less. And you could use chunky peanut butter if you like. You can use smooth in this case. And just basically stir it all together and make sure it's really well blended. It would be better to actually continue to stir this with a spatula as opposed to a whip. If you wind up using a whip, there's going to be a good chance you're going to have a big glop of peanut butter stuck inside the wires, and it's just going to wind up making more work for you. Just continue to stir it around and get that peanut butter dissolved. And this peanut butter ganache can be used for a filling or a frosting for a cake. It does have to be refrigerated for a short period of time in order to firm up, and that is peanut butter ganache. Thanks for watching. Be sure to click on other links so you can get other recipes. If you don't see something that interests you, email a request to requests@Mahalodotcom. Also be sure to subscribe so you can get lots of wonderful additional information. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.